Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of Vegan Cooking with the Alien Mermaid Barbie. Now today's episode is a very special episode. Why, might you ask? Well, it is actually my birthday. Yes, darling. Now I know on my home planet I would be treated like a queen and I would not have to cook on my own birthday. But alas, you humans have failed me once again and I have to cook for myself. Nevertheless, as obvious as it may seem, I must say I am a lovely cook, so I know that I will still enjoy a fabulous meal, darling. Roll the B-roll for today's ingredients. For today's dish, our ingredients are cabbage, broccoli florets, tempeh, snap peas, garlic, yellow onion, purple and yellow carrots, gluten-free spaghetti, tahini, tamari with some maple syrup, sesame oil, habanero hot sauce, salt and pepper, cayenne, and basil. Now, what we are going to be cooking is another Asian-inspired dish. I know. I have done many of those already, but darling, that is the vast majority of what I cook, and I've asked you for suggestions, and one of the suggestions was another Asian dish, so I am so sorry, darling. And it is quite a large continent, so we have many cuisines to choose from within that one continent. Anyway, I am going to show another new protein today. Today we are going to be working with some tempeh. Now I've gone ahead and cubed it, and we're going to be cooking today also with a different oil. We're going to be using sesame oil, and this is one I picked up at Trader Joe's because they do have the most affordable price. It is only $3.99, I believe, for 5 ounces. Now that's not very much, so perhaps a larger bottle will be more economical. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started and turn the heat on. And I do also have some water going over here. We are going to be boiling some water for our pasta because we are doing another noodle dish today. But I wanted to show you that even if you're doing an Asian-inspired dish, you don't have to buy those specific types of noodles. The rice noodles or udon noodles if you're doing Japanese or whatever the variety is. I am going to today be using just spaghetti noodles because if you are having trouble finding something niche, go with whatever you can find and make it work, darling. We are all about that. So I'm going to go ahead. I think I actually turned the heat up too high. Let me turn that down. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and add in our sesame oil and get that tempeh going. All right. Now, if you want, as I said with tofu, you can go ahead and marinate the tempeh ahead of time to save yourself some time. And that is just not something I did because I have not been good at preparing things ahead of time lately, other than the momentary chopping before I start cooking. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that all of the tempeh is getting some of the oil on it. I must say I'm excited to have this birthday dish today. I did already cook myself some gluten-free and vegan cookies, and they were quite delicious. They were some oatmeal and cranberry cookies. I would have shared with you how to do that, but I have to admit that I did use prepared cookies and I just threw them in the oven, so I didn't think it was anything really special to be showing you. All right, let's let this simmer a bit before I add in our tamari and spices with that. All right, let's go ahead and have a little conversation. First of all, a moment for this outfit. It is, of course, Christopher John Rogers. Did you have any questions, darling? Of course I had to glam it up a little bit more for my birthday. This is a little number I've had for quite a while. I love the print. I love the use of primary colors in such a playful way, and in a way that shows you that primary colors can be used and in a way that is still stylish, chic, effortless. It is not, well, not that there is such a thing as too much, but some people think that using those three colors, that is yellow, blue, and red together, is not very appealing, but honey, obviously it is. And I am donning my hair again. I do need to get my hair done again, but as I have said, it is very difficult on your planet, but though I need to start telling you to joy. Anyway, I would like to get my hair done, and hopefully soon, darling. But let me just do a little twirl so you can take it all in, darling. I do apologize, darling. I had a bit of a technical difficulty there, but I am back. The tempeh is already nice and brown, and it is time to add our tamari. It is a sweet tamari splash with maple syrup. Now, this is just something I got because it was steeply discounted. I ordinarily would just get regular tamari, but here we are. I added a generous amount because we want the tempeh to thoroughly soak that up. Because I do find tempeh, as with tofu, to be rather bland on its own, so I like to give it all the help it can get as far as flavor goes. Because you know that we like it nice and boldly flavored over here. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of our seasoning for the tempeh. So that will be our salt. Actually, no, we just added salt. I don't know why I even got out salt. I put this in the beginning, but I don't think we'll be needing this, darling. Let me put that back. All right, I have our cayenne. Now, only use a little if you cannot tolerate the heat, but darling, we like it spicy over here. Our basil. Oh goodness, I should have opened this before I put on the gloves. There we go. Our basil. All right, and then I will also add some black pepper. It looks like our water for the pasta is soon going to be boiling, so I will be adding that to the water very shortly. Let me just go ahead and mix all of this up. Oh, it's looking quite lovely, darling. All right, next we're going to be adding in the carrots. All right. We have our purple and yellow carrots. Go ahead and add those in. Now I'll wait a couple minutes for the onions and definitely wait until later for the garlic because those don't need to cook as long. So let me go ahead and stir all of this up now. And I think I will go ahead and do the snap peas next. We have snap peas, cabbage, and broccoli that will go in very soon, darling. All right, now let's chat a little more. Now things are changing very quickly in my life. I can't give away too much right now, but alas, I have to move again, and I have decided that it is time to leave New York City. It has been a lovely journey at times, it has been challenging, it has been nightmarish at times. But I'm thankful for the time that I have had here, and I am ready for new opportunities. I am ready to see more of this planet, darling. Put down below where you live and where you think that I might enjoy. I do have a location in mind for where I'm going next, and that will need some assistance. Speaking of which, I'm going to leave in the comment section, not the comment section, what is it called? The description box. There we go, darling. Sometimes your human terms evade me. Anyway, I am going to be linking a GoFundMe that I have started because, honey, I need help. I am trying to get somewhere else. I tried to apply at the grocery store. I tried to apply at a salon as a receptionist. I tried to apply at many a vegan restaurant, and I had a handful of interviews, but it seems that no one wants to hire a glamorous alien woman. So I would like some assistance. I also will link, I have clothing for sale. Some of the items I have worn myself. Some of them are things that friends have given me to sell. There's an array of sizes and styles. So I will link both my eBay and my Poshmark stores if you would like to support me in that way. I also have prints available for sale. I haven't been mentioning these things lately, but I'm mentioning them now because time is of the essence, darling. Anyway, let's get back to the food. All right, I am definitely going to be needing to add in the next ingredients. So there we have our snap peas. I'm not sure that I'll need all this cabbage, so let me start with a smaller amount, actually. Yes, I don't think that I do. I think I got a little overzealous when I was chopping the cabbage, because I do still want to add in this broccoli, which once again has been thawing out. But don't you see how handy this 2-pound bag of broccoli comes in? Darling, we use it for quite a lot. Now the cabbage will cook down some, so don't be alarmed that the pan is so full. Okay, and actually, as soon as I stir this a little, I do need to add the spaghetti noodles right away, because that water is, you guessed it, boiling, darling, yes. Much like the political climate in this country, I do say. Now don't worry, I am safe, darlings. A few of you have expressed concern. I am going to be fine. I know, I may be new to this planet, but darling, I have been around many galaxies throughout my lifetime, and though I may look like a fresh chicken, as you might say, though I don't know how vegan that expression is. Anyway, darling, I'm rather seasoned, shall we say. All right. Now let's let that cook, and as that is cooking, I will go ahead and add my spaghetti noodles. Now let me just check how long it says 11 minutes. Okay, it is, so that will be at 6:10. Oh goodness, darling. Now I sometimes break these noodles, oh sorry if you can't see me. Let me switch sides. I sometimes will break the noodles in half before putting them in the pot. Oh goodness, this is, oh, excuse me. All right. Oh goodness me, darling. We are having another technical difficulty trying to get these noodles to bend, darling. Just as we bend reality, we want to bend our noodles. Go in there, darling. Oh goodness. Well, I may know many things, but I still make mistakes, darling. I'm still learning how to use your human apparatuses. Oh goodness, this is not going to be cooked evenly. Oh goodness, darling. Go in there. Go in there. Oh my goodness. I recently watched the television show Schitt's Creek, and I feel like Moira, yes, a very glamorous woman, but she was definitely very challenged in certain ways and in activities that required, shall we say, work. Slowly going down in there. Oh my goodness, I don't think that I prepared properly to do this. Oh my word, darling. I am so sorry that I have failed you, but alas, this shows how this is a real, live occurrence. Oh my goodness. All right, darlings, I am back. I apologize for that mishap. I had to go off camera and try to get these noodles to go into, let me turn the sides again, into the pot. I think that one of the main issues was that I really probably should have used a larger pot. But alas, here we are, we're making do. All right, I did go ahead and add some extra cabbage into this, darling. Sorry for that, because it had cooked down some. Now it is time to add in our yellow onion. And let's go ahead and add in this garlic as well. And let's also add in some of our habanero hot sauce. Now, I'm trying to add improvements as we go, darling. I'm taking in your suggestions, and a friend of mine suggested that I add an external light. I do have a soft box, but I think the bulb broke, so I no longer have access to that. So I have set up a ring light, so I'm hoping that will help brighten all of this fabulousness for you, darling. Let me know in the comments if it is an improvement. I am struggling, or shall I say adapting, there we go, that's a better word. I am adapting to all this new human technology that is far primitive to my advanced alien technology that I'm used to, darling. But we're learning. All right, I'm getting all of that stirred up. I'm so excited to have this fabulous meal, and I'm glad that there's so much green, because even though I encourage having a rainbow of colors in your food, green is certainly one of the best colors you could choose. It is full of nutrients. It is ready to cleanse your body, darling. And honey, let me tell you, on this planet, you need all the cleansing you can get. All right, let me just check on these noodles. We are getting there. They are cooking. Probably was not as much water as we really needed, but we're making do, darling. But I just realized I did not get out the colander to easily be able to immediately rinse them when they are done. So let me actually get that out now. All right, darling, we have gotten out the colander. I did that off camera because I didn't want all the clamoring around to bother you. So we only have a couple more minutes for the pasta until that is ready, and our sauté is also nearing its almost done, it's ready as well. Oh goodness, darling, I lost an earring and I haven't even done the dance break yet. But speaking of which, let's take a moment to do that. Now, I will stop talking this time before I actually dance, because I realized it made it difficult to pump up the volume of the music and let you really enjoy that. So I'm going to stop talking and start dancing. Don't mind the fact that the earring fell off. It was just it decided that it was going to come off before it fell off from dancing. But anyway, darling, and don't think that these are my limited dance skills. I'm just working with a tight space. I don't want my hair to burn. And darling, there are so many things that could go wrong. So honey, I'm working with these limited parameters, honey. But anyway, let's check the time. All right, let me go ahead and stir this. We are definitely getting the excess carbohydrates rising to the surface, but don't worry, we'll take care of those through rinsing with cold water. All right, it is nearly done, darling. All right, darling. Oh, let me close this. I was putting some things away in the meantime, but anyway, we are done with the pasta. I have rinsed it, I have put it back into the pot, and I have added some sesame oil and a little bit of salt. And now the rest of, well, the main part of the dish is pretty much ready as well. I'm just going to add now a little bit of tahini. This will give it some creaminess, of course, and also obviously tie in with the sesame oil, because, I mean, hello, tahini is ground sesame seeds. So let me just add a little, well, maybe a little bit more than a little of that. All right. And let's just go ahead and stir that up and show you everything before I plate it. So here we have our lovely spaghetti noodles, and here is our sauté, stir fry, whatever you wish to call it. And here is the dish plated, darling. I realize that I fully covered the spaghetti noodles, but they are under there, I assure you. Now, I'm going to wrap this up rather quickly again. I am ready to eat. Thankfully, it's earlier this time, but I also need to feed my darling cat, Phoebe. She was getting hungry before I even started filming. Perhaps I should have fed her then, but it was a little early. Anyway, darling, I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope you've learned something, and as always, substitute where need be. Add ingredients that you want to add. Had I had bell pepper, I probably would have added that as well. But whatever the case, I know that there is a lot of turmoil going on in the world right now, and I want to encourage you again to find your joy. I do believe that joy is one of the most important expressions that we can find in this world. Find it in the little things. Find it in turning this on and having a moment to tune everything else. Find it in the actions that you take. Find it wherever you can and let it fuel your life. No matter what is going on in someone else's life or on a larger scale, you deserve to feel joy. You deserve to live the life that is meant for you. You deserve to feel good. Remember that, embrace it, live it. All right now. Leave in the comments anything you want. Let me know what you thought of this. I'm working to improve as I go. Remember that I'm a one-woman show, so I'm doing the best that I can, but I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate the love. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, send to friends, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye-bye.